Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The biggest addition in this update has to be the brand new Tow to Road feature. And if you've played this game long enough, you already know how useful this is going to be. You know those moments when your truck flips over, or you slide off into a ditch, or get stuck in some weird terrain glitch? Yeah, those situations used to completely kill your flow. Now what this feature does is give you a quick way to get back on the road without going all the way to a service station. You just open the service menu, hit the option, pay a fee, and boom, you're placed back at the last safe position on the road. It's honestly such a smart addition because it keeps your delivery going without those annoying interruptions, especially if you're playing convoy or multiplayer, where delays can mess everything up. And speaking of quality of life improvements, the UI changes in this update are actually more important than they might seem at first glance. The Route Advisor now includes brand new widgets that show things like your truck damage, trailer damage, cargo condition, and even your finances, including your balance and recent income stats. This basically brings back that quick glance information that players rely on while driving, and it's integrated in a way that feels much cleaner and easier to read. You don't have to dig through menus anymore just to check how badly you messed up your trailer after a tight turn. Another area that got some love is the skills screen. And honestly, it was overdue. The whole thing has been redesigned, so now it's way easier to understand your progression, what you've unlocked, and what you should invest in next. The layout is cleaner, the tooltips are clearer, and controller navigation has also been improved, which is a big deal, especially with the developers pushing toward console support in the future. It just feels more modern and less clunky compared to before. Now beyond that, there are a bunch of smaller UI tweaks that actually add up. Things like better readability for news banners, improvements to the world map including pin adjustments, clearer save system icons, and even smoother garage cutscene skipping. These aren't the kind of changes you notice instantly, but after playing for a while you realize everything just flows better and feels less annoying to deal with. Audio has also been tweaked in this update, and this is something a lot of players will appreciate. Traffic sounds have been reworked so they feel more natural. Engine noise from AI vehicles has been toned down a bit, tire noise has been improved, and overall the ambient soundscape is less repetitive. It might not sound like a huge deal, but when you're doing long hauls, that subtle improvement really makes the experience more immersive. On the visual side, there are improvements to something called height blending, which basically affects how terrain textures transition into each other. The result is smoother looking environments and better overall visual consistency. There's also an option for derived normal maps, which helps reduce GPU memory usage, so in some cases you might even see better performance depending on your setup. It's not a massive graphical overhaul, but it's definitely a step forward in polish. Now, one thing that might surprise some players is that the detour system has actually been disabled for now. Yeah, those random roadblock events that force you to take longer routes are currently turned off. And the reason behind this is pretty straightforward. Players had issues with how they worked. Sometimes they created routes that were way too long, or situations that didn't feel realistic or balanced. So instead of leaving it as it is, the developers decided to take it out temporarily and work on improving it behind the scenes before bringing it back. Honestly, it's a good move because it shows they're paying attention to feedback instead of just ignoring it. Overall, this update might not be the kind that instantly changes everything about the game, but it's one of those updates that improves your experience every single time you play. The Tow to Road feature alone removes a ton of frustration, the UI changes make everything easier to manage, the sound tweaks improve immersion, and even the small visual upgrades help make the world feel more refined. So yeah, if you're someone who spends hours cruising across highways delivering cargo and just enjoying the drive, this update is definitely going to make your time in the game feel smoother and more enjoyable without completely changing what makes it great in the first place.